This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys. So we're talking about Diddy, and Diddy pays Sting, I guess, $2,000 a day for the sample. I guess they didn't get the sample completely cleared for Missing You. They sampled a police song. It's called Every Breath You Take. Recently, we saw Sting actually going back and forth with Juice WRLD because he used a sample for what song was that? He sampled Sting "Shape of My Heart," yes, and they had a big thing about that. Like Sting owns 85% of Juice WRLD's Lucid Dreams. With Diddy and him worked something out because I remember he performed at Biggie's thing, but like think about that. He gets paid $2,000 a day, supposedly. I don't know if it's a business day or whatever, but it's like $36 million over the course, and it doesn't expire until 2050? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. But I guess that song is that profitable. Or I guess that's the deal they worked at. $2,000 a day. Maybe it's a percentage and it just works out to that much, like over the course of a year. It's like $750,000 a year. That's crazy. I don't know. They're still pursuing the whole thing against Lucid Dreams, Forget Me sample. Why weren't these cleared before they came out? I don't get. Maybe they were just so fire that they were like, you know what? We're gonna just put it out. But Sting said he really does like Juice WRLD's use of Lucid Dreams, but he wants his money. Okay. 15 million. They also here's members of defunct punk band Yellow Card sued Juice WRLD for 15 million, claiming that Lucid Dreams copied their melody. Okay, so that's another thing that happened on that song too. Then we got The Game. Yes, The Game. Yes, again. He's talking about 50 Cent. Okay, he said that back in the day, I wanted it to end like Biggie and Pac. Because when you're young, you're stupid. I just felt like, in a weird way, this was hip-hop. We were supposed to die. This guy sounds retarded in all of his interviews. Am I wrong? Him saying that Michael Jackson called him to end the beef with 50 Cent? I mean, he's just making things. He makes things up around album time. He said, I used to make Kylie Jenner cereal in the morning after being with Chloe all night or something like that. Remember that a couple months ago? I mean, it's like, and then he's using the whole nip thing. You know, it's just like, it's crazy, bro. I'm getting really sick of it. I think everybody else is too, because all the comments are like, what is this guy talking about? He said, if I die in New York, it's because I recorded the whole Doctor's Advocate in New York. I stayed in New York for 60 days and completed that album, which is why it had Busta Rhymes and Nas and more East Coast on it. I like that album too. I like McGame as a rapper, man. It's just like, it's the same thing with him, the same thing with Meek Mill. When they talk too much, it's like, ugh. Just rap, bro. You guys are good. You know, like, not everybody has to be a personality. You know, you can just be a rapper. It's okay. Okay? Certain people I love to hear speak that are rappers. These aren't the two. They be saying crazy stuff come out of their mind, come out of their mouth. Then we got Colin Kaepernick. I guess another league wouldn't take him. The XNFL. The XNFL. It was too. His demands were just too much. I don't know what the XNFL is. I'm not into rap. It's based. Let's see. Play for the XNFL. Is that like Canadian football? What is it? Anyways, I think his salary demands were way out of the ballpark. We never really a viable option. So the manager Kaepernick on their side, talent pool, regardless. Kaepernick he should have just done that NFL workout the way they wanted to. I mean, it's their thing. It's not like that wasn't the time to make a statement. I can't go in for a job interview at another company and be like, you know what? I'm not doing the interview in your office. I want to do it in Starbucks up the street. You can't make your own demands like that. Like, unless you just walk away from the whole thing, the whole sport. That's different. Anyways, let's get to some motivation, okay? I'm trying to do more of this because, especially around this time, people need it. I need it myself. So let's go through a few things. You might be feeling down about life and life's not fair. You might be going on Instagram and seeing how other people are living it up and all this other stuff, you know. And you say, why can't my life be like that? And it might be getting you down, looking at other people live their lives. But, you know, you got to understand, they're just putting their best selves forward. You don't know all the problems they're dealing with. I don't tell you all the problems I'm dealing with. I have problems. You have problems. We just have different problems. You know, we have different circumstances, different paths in life. Don't go through life feeling entitled, like anything owes you, like life owes you something. Realize that life is difficult. Life is hard. It's not easy. It's like climbing a mountain. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to fall a little bit. I always say life is a roller coaster, but you can do so many parallels to what life is like. It's just not easy. It's not always a vacation. It's not always smooth. There's always different problems, different tasks we have to take on. But you're going to get through it and know that you're living your own path. This is your life. And that's where I get to, you have to determine what success is for you. It's very important to determine your own success. You can't let other people measure what success is. Success is a personal thing. It's a feeling. And it might be just, you know, making ends meet and being with your family and sharing life experiences, or it might be making a lot of money. I don't know what your success is, but don't let other people dictate what your success is. A lot of people think getting, you know, a nice car and having a house and this and that's success. But to another man, success might be renting a condo or renting an apartment somewhere, but his family's taken care of, or just being with their family, being there for their kids. Success is measured by you, not others. And you always have to remember that. That's the only way you're going to be happy. And as we get to happiness, I preached this in the last video. With happiness, you can't equate happiness to having success. You can't equate happiness to wins. You have to equate happiness. True happiness comes from finding joy in what you do daily. If you find joy in completing the task, going to work and coming home and making it home safe, and completing your day at work and doing all your jobs at work, that should bring you joy. You did something that a lot of people can't do. Okay? You were successful today. You went to work. You have a job. You got to be thankful for what you got. Do you have a car? Do you have money to get to work? Do you have a family? Do you have, you know, be thankful for the things that you got. And don't look at the things you don't have and what other people have. That'll get you down. If you start thinking about appreciating the things you want, and yes, have goals. Have goals. I want to save up for this. I want to do that for that. But you have to appreciate what you have and appreciate the journey to getting to your goals. I promise you, if you focus on that, if you focus on doing the task at hand daily and finding joy out of completing the task daily and appreciating the things you do have and not thinking about the things you don't have, but also having goals for the future, your goals will come faster than you think. You'll keep that positive energy going forward, and you will get to where you want to be. That also leads me to say the word unbelievable should be out of your vocabulary. We all have goals, and we lie to ourselves, and we try to set realistic dates to complete things. but you have to believe you're going to get there. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're going to complete everything. Because if you don't believe and you already have the thought, it's unbelievable, it's not possible, it won't happen. You have to believe it is possible. It will happen. You have to believe. You have to have faith in yourself. Have faith in the world. Also protect yourself, but also have faith that things will happen. Lastly, don't leave bad things behind. They call this leaving crumbs. I don't know if you ever heard of that term. A lot of people use it. It's called leaving crumbs behind. What this is having regrets. You don't want to have regrets because these things, you don't want to leave things behind that'll haunt you in your future. Someone you didn't pay, something you didn't do, somebody you treated bad, and you come across them in the future, it's like leaving crumbs behind. And you're going to feel bad when you see that person. It's going to be bad. You might have done something in your past that might catch up with you in your future. You don't want to leave things in the past. You don't want to leave bad things in your past that'll catch up with you later, or that could cross your path later and hurt you or make you feel bad. Try not to leave crumbs behind. Try to clean everything up and move on to the next, and move on to the next. Try to live a clean life. I used to leave crumbs behind, and it's very stressful thinking about that. Like, oh, if I go here, am I going to run into this person? Or if I go here, I'm going to run into this person. You don't want to live like that. And it's easy to do that in the entertainment business, especially because your demands are so much higher that it's like sometimes you can't keep up with the demand. And instead of confronting, I stopped living like that when I used to when I confronted my failures. They weren't failures. It was just me communicating and owning up to, okay, I didn't complete this when I should have. But communication is key in situations like that. You can move forward and be clean. All right, guys. So I hope this helped you. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to do as much of this as possible. Finishing off the month. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.